Welcome to the Study Abroad podcast. Today, we're diving into one of the most popular study destinations, New Zealand. If you're a student from Bangladesh, Nepal, Vietnam, or India, and you're considering studying abroad, New Zealand offers some amazing opportunities.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Deep Dive.
It's great to be back.
We are tackling a topic that we've been getting a ton of questions about lately.
Yeah, seems like it's on a lot of minds.
Studying abroad in New Zealand.
New Zealand, yeah.
Specifically, we've been hearing from a lot of students in Bangladesh,
Right.
Nepal, Vietnam, India.
Huge interest from that region.
Yeah, and they're really curious about what it will be like to study in New Zealand. So we're going to dive into the top 5 questions
Okay, sounds good.
we've been getting about this topic.
Let's do it.
So first and foremost, why New Zealand?
Why New Zealand? That's a big question, right?
Yeah, when you're thinking about studying abroad,
Yeah.
there are so many options out there.
So many choices.
Why should someone pick New Zealand?
What makes it special?
Well, one of the biggest things that jumps out is their education system.
Okay.
It's globally recognized.
Yeah, their universities have a really strong reputation.
Exactly. We're talking about universities like the University of Auckland,
Oh, yeah, a top-tier institution.
Victoria University of Wellington,
Yeah, another great one.
the University of Otago.
Excellent choice.
These are universities that are consistently ranked really highly in global rankings.
Exactly, and it's for a reason, right? They're known for their high teaching standards.
Oh, yes. And they also are really strong in research.
Oh, absolutely. They're producing some cutting-edge research.
So you're not just getting like theoretical knowledge, you're
Oh,
actually
it's very applied, very practical.
exposed to the latest and greatest in your field.
And they're really focused on making sure that students are job ready when they graduate.
Okay, so that's a huge plus, right?
It's a big draw for a lot of students.
You're not just getting a degree, you're getting,
Practical skills.
you're getting experience. You're getting skills.
So exactly, and that's what employers are looking for these days.
Yeah, they want to see that you can actually apply what you've learned.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got the strong education system, but what else is there?
Well, I think the other thing that really sets New Zealand apart is the lifestyle.
The lifestyle.
It's incredible.
People talk about it all the time.
Right. New Zealand is famous for its natural beauty.
It's like straight out of a postcard.
Seriously, you've got mountains,
mountains.
forests,
Everything.
and it's all accessible.
It's amazing.
Yeah, you can be hiking in the mountains one day and surfing at the beach the next.
And that's not even mentioning the people.
The Kiwis are so friendly and welcoming.
Well, it's true. I've heard that from so many people who have studied there.
It makes a big difference when you're in a new country.
Definitely that sense of community can make you feel right at home.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got amazing education, a stunning environment, lovely people.
It's a pretty good package.
But let's be real for a second.
Okay.
Studying abroad is a big financial commitment.
It is.
So how much does it actually cost to study in New Zealand?
That's the million-dollar question.
Literally?
Well, the good news is that compared to some other popular study destinations like the US or the UK, New Zealand tends to be a bit more affordable.
Okay, that's encouraging.
Yeah, and to give you a rough idea, tuition fees for international students can range from about 22,000 New Zealand dollars to 45,000 New Zealand dollars per year.
Per year. Okay.
But keep in mind that that's just tuition.
Right, you've got living expenses on top of that.
Exactly. Things like accommodation, food, transportation, those all add up.
So you're probably looking at another 20 to 25,000 New Zealand dollars per year for living expenses.
Yeah, roughly in that ballpark, depending on where you live and your lifestyle.
So it's a significant investment.
It is, but you're getting a lot for your money.
That's the key takeaway, right?
Exactly. The quality of education in New Zealand is very high, and the cost is relatively reasonable.
And there are ways to help with the costs too, right?
Absolutely. There are scholarships available for international students.
Oh, it's good to know.
And you can also work part-time while you study.
Speaking of working part-time, that brings us to our next big question.
Hit me with it.
Can international students work while they're studying in New Zealand?
Yes, they can.
That's a big yes.
It's a huge benefit for students who want to gain some work experience, earn some extra money, and really immerse themselves in the local culture.
Okay, so tell me more about the work regulations.
Sure. So typically, international students are allowed to work up to 20 hours per week during the semester.
20 hours a week?
And then during university breaks, they can work full-time.
Full-time, wow.
So that gives them a chance to really boost their savings or travel or just explore different job opportunities.
That's fantastic. And what kinds of jobs are typically available for students?
Well, a lot of students find work in hospitality and retail. Those are sectors that often have flexible hours, which is great for students.
Makes sense.
But you can also find jobs that are related to your field of study.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, for example, if you're studying engineering, you might be able to find an internship or a part-time job at an engineering firm.
So you're not just working to make money. You're actually gaining valuable experience in your field.
Exactly. It's a win-win.
Okay, so we've talked about the quality of education, the cost of living, the ability to work.
What's next?
Now let's talk about safety,
Safety is a huge concern for anyone studying abroad.
especially for students who are going to be far away from their families.
Absolutely. They want to know that they're going to be safe and secure.
And what's the situation in New Zealand?
Well, the good news is that New Zealand is consistently ranked as one of the safest countries in the world.
That's reassuring.
It is. They have a very low crime rate.
And is it just about the crime rate, or is there something more to it?
It's definitely more than that.
Okay.
It's also about the culture.
Okay.
New Zealanders are generally very friendly and welcoming.
Yeah, I've heard that they're very community-oriented.
Exactly. People look out for each other.
And do the universities play a role in student safety as well?
Oh, absolutely. They take it very seriously.
Okay.
Most universities have 247 security on campus.
Okay.
They also have orientation programs for international students that cover safety tips and advice.
So they're really trying to prepare students for any situation.
Exactly. And there are also dedicated support teams for international students who can help with any issues that come up.
That's great to know.
Yeah, it's a very supportive environment.
Okay, so we've got safety covered.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the future.
The future.
What about job opportunities after graduation?
Ah, yes. The big question on everyone's mind.
Yeah, because you're investing all this time and money into your education.
You want to know that it's going to lead to a good career.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what are the prospects like in New Zealand?
Well, New Zealand is actually actively seeking skilled workers in a number of sectors.
Okay.
So that's good news for graduates.
It is.
They're particularly looking for people in fields like IT engineering, healthcare, and agriculture.
So those are the hot industries.
They are, and if you have the right qualifications and experience, you'll be in high demand.
And I understand there's a special visa for graduates who want to stay and work in New Zealand.
That's right. It's called the post-study work visa.
And how long does that last?
It depends on your qualifications, but it can be anywhere from 1 to 3 years.
1 to 3 years.
So that gives you a good amount of time to gain some work experience and establish yourself in your field.
That's a fantastic opportunity.
It is.
And what if someone wants to stay in New Zealand long term?
Well, there are pathways to permanent residency.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Sure. So New Zealand has a skilled migrant category, which is a points-based system.
Points-based.
Yeah, you get points for things like your qualifications, work experience, age, and English language ability.
So the more points you have.
The better your chances of getting permanent residency.
Okay, so there's a real possibility of making New Zealand your home.
Absolutely, if you're willing to put in the work.
Wow. So we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
We talked about why New Zealand is a great place to study, the costs involved, the ability to work part-time,
Safety job opportunities after graduation.
pathways to permanent residency.
It's a lot to take in.
It is,
Yeah.
but hopefully it's giving you a good overview of what to expect.
And hopefully it's answering some of your burning questions.
Yeah, if you're thinking about studying in New Zealand,
This is a good starting point.
and if you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us.
We're always happy to help.
We're here to support you on your study abroad journey.
Absolutely.
So as you continue your research,
Yes. Keep exploring.
really think about what aspects of life and study in New Zealand appeal to you the most.
What excites you?
Maybe look into specific university programs or read testimonials from other international students.
Get a feel for what it's really like.
Exactly. And as you do that, I want you to imagine yourself
Okay.
not just studying in a classroom, but exploring the incredible natural beauty of New Zealand.
Hiking in the mountains.
Surfing at the beach,
Kayaking in the fjords.
all while you're pursuing your education.
That's the dream.
It's a pretty amazing opportunity.
It is.
So think about how that unique environment could shape your learning and your personal growth.
It's a chance to really broaden your horizons.
And create memories that will last a lifetime.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.
Until next time.
Bye, everyone. See ya.